cruising on down Main Street. You're relaxed and feeling good. Next thing that you know, you see it. Octopus in the neighborhood, surfing on a sine wave, swinging through the stars. Take a left at human testing. Take your second right past Mars on the magic scuba. Alligator nostril. Climb on the magic scuba. Spank a plankton too.
What's up, guys?
What is up, everybody?
Welcome back to HGTV. Another episode of House Hunters. For the fourth hour in a row.
Yeah, we're back. We're smashing it. We're getting into it.
We're getting down to the nitty gritty.
All right. I forget what he said. Is this working? Like, can you hear me?
Yeah, definitely. All right, now you fucked it up.
Okay.
Is this? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? It seems really low and
Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it won't be so damn loud. Like he's found my plan.
yeah.
No. Welcome back to the Attention Deficit Podcast. I'm your host, William Butler.
And I am the Leviathan. And I'm the co-host, Charlie Haynes, coming back at you.
Oh, look at how loud that was.
Yeah, I know.
Based on my normal speech.
Yeah, that is weird. It's buzzing again. It's doing that shit.
Oh yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, it's bothering me. But oh well, we'll go with it. It'll stop eventually.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
That intro was the Magic School Bus, for those of you peasants who don't know. That would be unfortunate if I'd never seen the Magic School Bus. But anyways, so we're going to start today off with a little discussion about last week. We had an unfortunate event happen last week. You want to go ahead?
Oh, with the...
Yeah,
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
You were like, wait, what?
So, last week, I was editing the video for YouTube, and God damn, it seemed like such a dumbass, but I had synced up the beginning of it, and it was like completely synced, so I figured the rest of it would have been synced up. Turns out that wasn't the case. So I'm sitting there like fidgeting with it, trying to figure it out. Couldn't figure it out, so we just put the logo in like 3 minutes into the video the rest of the way. And then I was like, well, if it happened this week, what if it happened last week? And we checked the video that we had already uploaded, and like halfway, not even halfway, it's like 3 minutes into the video, it gets all fucked up. And then like way later in the video, it looks horrible. And it's, oh man, it's so bad.
I mean, if you want to laugh, you go ahead and watch it. It was episode 6.
Yes.
Episode 6, we didn't edit at all. And then when we saw it, we kept it up because that's hilarious. And some 50 people watched it without saying anything. And because we hadn't obviously watched it, we didn't notice it.
Yeah.
It was a problem. But so we have what we hope is a fix, and that is we're filming in 60 frames per second rather than 30?
Yes, rather than 30. So hopefully that,
and if it
having more frames, it doesn't get faster than the audio.
And if it doesn't, then you will see our video cut out and have a logo of us again until we figure this shit out.
Yep.
So I just wanted to say that. But I also said House Hunters in the intro just because we've been house hunting, basically, trying to find ourselves
a new home,
a new palace,
a new palace.
God, just ripping off Tiny Meat Gang like a shit ton. Here, I'll start off. Restart off. No. With another thing, I want some comment action going on. So anybody who's watching for any reason, comment anything. Your name, your number, your home address, your social security number. I'm just kidding. Just comment. How was your week or criticisms? Anything. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, literally anything. Yeah, let's just get the plugs out of the way now, because
Thorough on SoundCloud.
not a lot of people watch until the very end. Like I look at our analytics and stuff, and our views are like 6 minutes long and like shit like that. Like, so nobody wants to watch us talk for an hour. So until they do, we'll just put the plugs earlier. So this comes out whenever we decide to put it out. Whenever.
Did we talk about your newest song last week?
No, we didn't. No, we didn't.
Yeah, because that was after you
it
put
came
it out
after. Yeah.
Thorough on SoundCloud has a new song out. You're like, stop saying Thorough on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.com/thorough-raps.
Yeah.
That boy has a new song, and it is flames.
Wow. Way to fucking bump yourself up.
It's not me, dude.
Like it's Thorough.
It's Thorough, man. It's not me. But yeah, came out with a new song, and
so you said it got how many views?
It got more views than the one that I put out 2 weeks.
Views, same thing.
More, yeah, whatever. 2 weeks more than the song that I put out 2 weeks prior and one day. And I think that has something to do with the way that I marketed it, and I have to give the boy credit or else he'll get mad. But Nathaniel was also marketing
you can't say his name, dude.
To people. Oh, sorry. Friend number 4 was
there you go.
Friend number 4 was like just telling random people to listen to it, and then they'd listen to it, like. So it's just some shameless.
Yeah,
promos.
I haven't listened to it yet. So is it any good? I'm just kidding. No, it's actually really good. He's getting better. The boy's growing up.
I'm getting there.
That mic is covering your beautiful pearly whites, Williard.
I'm sorry.
Just move it to the side a little bit. Yours could literally be fucking 8 inches away from your face, and you sound like Jesus. Because Jesus sounded good, I guess. Probably had a good speaking voice. You think Jesus had a good speaking voice?
A good speaking voice?
There you go. You took the bait. All right.
But yeah. So my new song, it came out.
It's called
Love Thorough.
What?
Love Thorough.
What? It's not called Love Letter?
No. It's called Love, Thorough.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, I could have sworn it was called Love Letter.
It's not.
Oh my gosh. Because I said that to somebody else and they were like, yeah.
I mean, either way, it's like the same thing.
Well, now I'm
the concept.
I'm pissed.
The concept was.
You lied to me.
The concept was I wrote a letter like.
Yeah, it says Love Thorough. Oh, sorry.
But the concept is I wrote a letter like 2 years ago, and then I found that letter like a year ago, I think, and I added to it. And then just recently I added to it again and decided to make it a song. And it ended up working pretty well with what I wanted to do. So,
yeah. It's alright. Just kidding.
Yeah.
It's alright.
It's pretty mediocre.
Cruising on down Main Street. Just step it back.
It's feeling good.
Feeling good. Just a volume level of you putting your face to your mic and me putting mine is a huge difference. Oh yeah, exciting news.
Yes, it is.
I'm getting the same mic Mr. William T. Butler.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, why don't you go by William T. Butler? Not any other. I just like introduce yourself as William T. Butler. It reminds me of Captain James T. Kirk.
William T. Butler.
William T. Butler here.
I don't know.
Doesn't that sound fancy as shit?
It does sound really fancy.
William Thorough Butler doesn't sound as fancy as William T. Butler.
I think William Thorough Butler sounds pretty fancy.
Not as fancy as T.
Not as fancy as
Thorough
T.
isn't the most elegant of names.
Thorough isn't even like one person ever has had that.
I was about to say Thorough sounds
Just
like you
kidding.
pushed some fat dude down a hill.
There's like
he's like making a weird noise. You're
there's
like,
like
is he saying Thorough?
There are 4 people that I'm aware of that have that name as their first name.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I think my great-great-grandpa or something like that. my dad's grandpa, whatever that may be. And then my dad's uncle, because he was named after his dad. And then
What about your uncle's dad? Just kidding.
And then Thurl Ravencroft, the voice of Tony the Tiger. Your boy.
You?
Yeah. They're great.
Captain William T. Butler.
Captain William T. Butler, at your service.
Butler.
Butler.
So, yeah, in a few days' time, I'll have the microphone, and it'll be very good, just like that one over there, over yonder, and I'll sound a lot better, and you can hear me, and Willie won't be as loud comparative to me.
And then we can do this together.
Holy shit, I can't wait. But, with that being said, why don't we go live to our correspondent in the field? No, that was Kim Possible.
Yeah, I think
It was
so.
just like, okay, so this week was actually a fairly crazy week. Or this past week, I should say.
Yeah, dude, it was nutty, dude. Like,
Nutty.
I got Chipotle yesterday. It was fucking crazy.
What? Shut up. Anyways, there was a shooting at YouTube, which I'm sure everyone knows about by now. It happened 2 days ago. That shit spreads like wildfire.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows about that. And do you remember the lady's name? It's pretty hard to pronounce.
No, it's just some, I don't want to be wrong.
I
don't want to be wrong, so I'm not going to say.
I was like, holy
But,
shit. Who's
like,
going for it?
Middle Eastern?
Yeah, I
area
believe she
lady?
was from Iran.
Yeah. So, and she, like, did YouTube videos and stuff, and she
They're
just...
weird as hell. Did you
They're
watch any of them?
Yeah, I watched a couple. They're super
weird as
weird.
Fuck.
Very YouTube hate. Like, she hated YouTube.
That's like people living in this town who hate this town.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up and go away.
exactly. Like,
It's like, get out of the town if you hate it so much.
yeah.
Get off of YouTube if you hate YouTube. She's like, nah, I'm just gonna go shoot him. You're fucking dumb.
Like, goes the same with, like, every mass shooting. Like, it's like,
Well, not really.
it's like you could be like,
not as much.
that's true.
It's like,
That's true. They're just like,
you're like, actually, that's not true at all. But
they're just like, yeah, I hate YouTube. Let's go kill those fuckers. Like, why?
yeah, and I saw a lot of stuff online. It's like, which is actually, some of it's pretty funny, but some of it was ridiculous. Like, you know the Young Turks, right?
Sure.
They're the super liberal people you see on Facebook talking.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Tommy Lahren, the girl. Not her, though. She's not part of that.
Okay.
But it's the opposite.
She's like
of her.
super conservative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Young
Yeah.
Turks are the literal opposite. There's a dude who Todd Trees. Todd
Yeah.
Tallman.
Todd Walnut.
Todd Birch. I'm sure he puts it up all the time. You know what I'm talking about, right? This
Yeah.
other guy
Yeah.
is always like, fucking Tommy in the news.
Yeah.
He talked about it again. Not again, in the first place. Talked about the shooting and was like, I didn't watch the video because I didn't have time. But I do remember that it said that she was an alt-right. Like the shooter was alt-right. And I was like, what? She's from Iran. I was like, no.
No.
I don't think she... Not what?
It's always somehow
How you gonna be alt-right? Like, oh my god. It was super cringy. I was like, that's... Holy shit.
It's just somehow they just, people like that just try to blame the other party for it, but it's like whatever.
As much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, party-wise, have you looked on your Facebook to do the thing?
The elections?
No. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, I thought that's what you were talking about.
No, but that is a good point. But
To go to see what it says you are?
yes.
Yes.
What are you?
Moderate.
Hey, same.
Yeah.
Wait, one more time. Turkey. Okay.
Yeah, I was
had to
going
get-
to it and I was like, please don't say I'm fucking liberal. Please do not say I'm liberal. And it said moderate. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, right. John
It's
got
like, holy
moderate.
shit. Really?
Yeah.
Mm,
So that makes me have a
weird.
little less faith in that.
yeah.
It's a 5-point system. It's very liberal, moderate, conservative, very conservative. And a super liberal friend of ours got moderate. Like, I don't know if that's true.
It is weird.
I expected mine to say moderate, obviously. and it did, and I was like, booyah, bitches.
I expected it, but I was like, there's an off chance that it could say liberal.
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, I don't want to be known as that.
Known by
I
other
don't want to be a
companies.
walking cancer machine. I just want to be, normal.
I think it's normal to be a walking cancer machine,
That's true.
unfortunately. But, yeah. So the YouTube shooting was in the news because it was a big fucking deal.
Did you hear that they missed some shit again?
Oh, the
With that
police.
shit? Yeah.
Want to talk about that because it's not very sure.
That's why I brought it up, because I was like, you want to talk about that or what?
No, we're just never mind.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, the father and brother, I think, right, said that they told the police that something might happen. The police said they received like a call from the father saying that something might happen, but they didn't specifically say, or they just said, "Hey, watch out for this person."
Yeah, they said like that her hatred for YouTube was like worrying them or something. And they actually talked to the girl because she was sleeping outside of Google headquarters. So they went and talked to her, and then she didn't seem like a threat. So they were like, okay. And then like,
so it's like it's a little different
yeah.
than
So
before when they were like, "Hey, this kid's gonna fucking do something bad." Like,
Yeah.
soon.
but and then
But at
and
the
then,
same
like,
time, is it different? Because we don't know 100% fact.
that's true. And they, they said that they talked to her, but there's a chance that, whatever. But
And obviously, they're wrong about her not being a threat.
yeah, obviously, because like it was literally like 2 hours later she went and killed,
I thought that was,
shot
like,
3
a
people
few
and
days or the
herself.
next day or something.
I'm pretty sure. I thought it was a couple hours.
It was a
I
short
might be
time,
wrong.
regardless.
Short amount of time, either way. And she just walked in. She shot 3 people and herself. So it's like, what the fuck?
That is crazy, though. And everyone's like, there's a bunch of people saying, "Oh, it happened in California, the most strict gun laws in the country," and then they're like, "Well, it didn't happen with AR-15 this time." And to those people, I
What
say,
did she use?
Same gun you got.
Awesome.
You're now in bed with a murderer.
Is it the same?
I don't know if it's a shield, but it's a Smith & Wesson 9mm,
M&P.
and I'm pretty sure it said M&P, but I could be wrong. Because I feel like if you know you're gonna do something like that, why would you spend the extra money? Because Smith & Wesson has a cheaper version of that.
That's true.
That's not an M, like it's not a.
Well, they have the
M&P.
M&P Compact, which is a little cheaper too.
Well, yeah, but they have one that's like half the price.
That's
what I'm
true.
saying. And it's like it's not an.
I mean,
it's not
almost
the
any
M&P one.
gun could have did that. Like she could have went
Coulda
got
did
like
it?
could
The
have
gun
did it.
does it now?
Yeah. No.
I thought we
Like,
clarified.
I'm saying like it could have got the job done. Like she could have,
Oh yeah.
she could have went and bought like $150 gun and went and did it.
Yeah, definitely. I was
Like-
just saying, like, if you know you're gonna do something, why would you spend?
That's
Or
what.
why wouldn't you spend?
That's-
Actually,
Yeah, I was
why-
agreeing, but that's like.
just get a Barrett 50 cal.
I mean, if you walk in, you're like, I'm fucking dying today.
You might as well spend.
You
all
might
the
as
money
well
you
just
got
buy
left.
the AR-15 and fucking mow them all down.
Yeah, like come on, get a real murder machine. No, that's super insensitive, but it's great. It's funny. But to those people who are like, well, they did it, shoot it with a pistol, all your claims are defunct, whatever. I say, I mean, people still fucking died.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Even people saying that it's like a little more worrisome about gun laws being like incorporated because like it was done with a pistol, which is like not an AR-15. So instead of them just doing a little stricter gun laws on the AR-15, it would be like now though.
Well, it wouldn't be a little stricter gun laws than AR-15. I'm pretty sure that everyone's like, yeah, just ban it.
Well, yeah.
That's not a little bit. That's like, all right, AR-15. Gone.
All right, done. But now I think like people are gonna push for all guns to be fucked with.
Well,
now,
this
which is,
Young
like,
Turks guy, I was reading the comments. I had time to read the comments, but not watch the fucking video. Apparently, he went and said and attacked the AR-15 again and been like, oh, this is a killing machine. We need a
Mhm.
ban. And people were like, why are you even... I mean, you were just talking about this guy, or this girl, sorry. This girl, it was about, what is it called? Censorship. How because she claims that YouTube censored her stuff.
Oh yeah, because she was, yeah, she was whatever she was.
Yeah, she was like a few things.
Yeah,
weird being the top of that fucking list.
Yeah.
Those videos.
That's
were
like those
just
people that like
super weird.
you're like, for instance, like at the mall, when like someone will sag their pants, you're like, you can't do that. Pull up your pants, and they're like, oh, is it because I'm black? And it's like, whoa, hold the fuck. Like, I feel like that's how it was. Like, her videos were just fucking weird, and they like censored them, and then she's like, oh, it's because I'm insert religion/race here. Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Which is like, they have like the bad actors on YouTube.
mhm.
You know what that is? Like what I
Yeah,
mean by
yeah.
bad actors. Like they have those weird ass videos of Spider-Man spanking people and shit.
Spider-Man and Elsa fucking.
Yes.
Like, it's just weird
and
shit.
peeing on people and
Mhm.
like all these kids were watching it. I think she just got grouped in with those people because her videos are also fucking super weird.
Mhm.
Her videos are also weird, dancing to weird music. I had a song by her stuck in my head last night.
So
went to
that's
sleep.
weird.
It was weird. I don't know if it was by her, but it was it was definitely by her. I was like, oh, I feel so weird now. Because I watched it and I'm like, got this shit in my head. She always looked weird. It's just a weird situation. Anyways, so as I was saying before though, I
You
don't
about
think
to open a portal to fucking.
I don't think that a lot of the at least the ones with common sense are gonna go for stricter gun laws.
Yeah, that's
They're
true.
gonna be like, well, it's still AR-15. You know what I mean?
Still AR-15.
So because like the whole point is no, we're not trying to ban all guns.
Yeah.
So I think that's a lot of thing they're
Do you
harping on a
know
lot.
what really just like makes me mad? And I don't know why it makes me mad.
What grinds your gears, Willie?
All the posts I'm seeing about the kids from Parkland.
I was saying like maybe you should control your little shithead kids.
Yeah, like stuff like
That
that.
shit pisses me off.
I'm just like, bro, they literally just watched like a bunch of like a shit ton of people die and get shot and shit. Got shot at, and you're just
See, I
like,
don't give a shit about that.
I don't.
That's the funny part because I see those and I get mad, but not because of that. I get
Yeah.
mad just because they're kids. They're just people.
That's true.
Like you gotta be an asshole. Why can't you just? You can get your point across without being an asshole.
But then I see ones that are like more like that get their point across without being that way, without being like these fucking little assholes. Like
Mhm.
they're just like, this girl bullied this kid. Like she is one of the reasons why he did this, and
Which
she's
is
trying to
why
ban guns.
I don't know if that's true.
And I'm just like, there's no way to prove it.
Exactly.
There's no way to prove it other than people
Because
saying
people are
that,
just
but-
saying that,
Yeah,
and I don't think that's true because like he was out of school for 2 years,
yeah.
so I was just like.
But I'm just saying that, you know, I thought it was true, which is weird. He was out of school for 2 years and then was like, "Yep, today's the day." Like,
Yeah, that is weird.
that's weird. It's like, why wouldn't
It's
you
like
do?
it's like us going back right now.
Yeah,
to
except
fucking-
I'm like 4 years out of high school.
3, but still.
That's still, yeah,
That's
it's still
a
like the
long
same
ass time
thing.
out of high school.
I'm like,
and then going back, like you don't
Yeah.
even know all those kids. I could not name a single
I
person
think
that goes to that
he
school.
would have because he got expelled, right? That's
He-
like what happened.
Maybe, but I think it was his junior or senior year.
Yeah, because he was 18. Yeah,
I think he was 19.
either way.
We can look it up, but we're not gonna.
Yeah, but yeah, why would you just go back and like? It makes no sense to me.
And to
Like,
aim for non-faculty also makes no sense. In that sense, if
Yeah, like
you put yourself in those shoes.
yeah, like I feel
Like,
like
I
you're
got
walking in a
expelled.
building, you're like, for some reason, I just hate these kids. Like I don't know, like
Exactly, 2 years.
it's kind
You
of
don't
just like
recognize
you
any of
really
those
don't have a
faculty.
reason anymore. Like, it's
Those
just like-
freshmen aren't freshmen anymore, so they've changed.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's like it's weird. But anyways, that's beside the point.
Yeah,
We just got on
whatever.
a weird tangent there
I just wanted to address that.
Yeah,
that
that pisses me
asshole-
off, too.
Those asshole memes.
because I see that all the time, especially now. There's a new challenge with the condom snorting challenge, which is, I mean, obviously that's some dumbass shit.
I mean, that's been a thing. I've seen
Yeah,
videos
I've
of
seen
people
that
doing
too,
that
yeah.
before.
Like a long time ago. Like
Yeah.
very like YouTube, watching Smosh Food Battle 2007, and then seeing that shit on my like recommended. And shit.
Yeah, I saw it on. I'm pretty sure I saw it on Tosh.0. It was like the first place I saw it.
Yeah, I think
so-
you're right. I don't know if that's the first place I saw it, but I've definitely seen it on Top Window.
Mhm.
So like, it's not a new thing, but it's dumb, obviously. And people are like, well, now first it was Tide Pods, then it was these. We're still gonna listen to them about banning guns. It's like, come on. Just
There's no correlation.
Exactly.
There's no correlation. That's like being like, yeah, I compare Eminem to Metallica. Like,
I mean, there's some correlation there.
fuck? It's just like it's apples to oranges, you know?
It very much is.
Like,
Because it's like, I mean, we can go through the list that dumb shit you did when you were a kid. I'm sure none of it was filmed. Like,
yeah. Like, do you remember fucking swallowing cinnamon?
I mean, that's not nearly as bad. People don't.
I
die
know.
From that usually.
I mean, you definitely can die from that because you're literally clogging your fucking throat. But
99.9% of the time, people didn't die because
unless
they had
they're
like water or something.
stupid. Yeah, unless they're dumb. I saw one kid just fucking swallow it. I was like, what the fuck?
Whoa! I never saw anyone complete that without fucking up.
Yep.
That's
I saw
crazy.
it was like two kids that we went to high school with. One of them fucked a teacher, and
Whoa!
and,
I know who you're talking about.
Yep.
Now.
And he was the kid that it was him and his girlfriend at the time, and
He's
he
a teacher, right?
but he took like this huge like tablespoonful of it, and he just like sits there and like works through it and swallows the whole thing. I was like, this man's a psychopath. This is the type of dude that would fuck a teacher. Like,
As it turns out.
like,
Oh my. Okay, but yeah, so like seeing that, people are such dicks. I don't understand. I see so much shit. There's so much hate. There's so much hate.
so much hate in today's world.
It's like
It's gonna end soon.
the hate, right?
The world.
No, it's rough, dude. Like, you thought there was a lot of hate before. It's just getting more and more.
It's getting worse, dude.
Oh shit! Write that down. Did you hear what I said? That was a straight
Thought
bar.
there was Thought there was hate before, but it's just getting more and more.
I am the live I find. Started.
Just like more and more while I fuck this whore.
Okay,
It's like, get out.
that's a little
But-
much.
Yeah, it's just like shit like that. Like the way the hate rises in the world is just like, yep, the world is definitely gonna end soon. Like, we're definitely gonna be wiped out here in like 2 months.
2 months. We're just gonna get into our new house, and it's just gonna be like, okay, boom,
Yeah.
shit.
Or Conor
Oh.
McGregor's just gonna come fucking roundhouse everyone. And then,
Did you hear about that?
What?
It was like a bus attack. Like he attacked a bus.
He attacked a bus?
I don't know how to say it, but because I haven't seen it or anything. But
Or did he like just get onto a bus? He attacked a bus. That'd be insane.
here McGregor bus? Conor McGregor stopped by NYPD for questioning in UFC 223 bus incident.
What did he do? It must have been like they were going to the UFC thing and he got in a fight.
Conor
on a bus or
McGregor picks
something.
up guardrail, attempts to throw it at bus. Absolute chaos in New York.
What the shit?
Warrant is out for Conor McGregor's arrest.
Why? Hold on. Is this real? He picked up a guardrail
Yeah, I mean,
and threw it at a bus.
yeah. I mean, it's a big ass guardrail too.
Is there like a picture of this?
It's a video. Here, hold on.
Absolute chaos in New York.
That's what this video said. I was like, what? Connor.
Why? Why did he do that?
I don't know. He's probably mad about some stupid shit. He's like, oi, my fuck.
Did he like pick it up or anything? It looks like he just threw it down.
No, he definitely picked it up. He's the one holding it and threw it at a bus.
I didn't see that much. I just saw it drop. Why?
He
Why?
started knocking shit over too.
What bus? Like just
I
some
imagine
random
it had
bus?
the UFC people on it.
Okay. Why would he do that?
He
That's so
injured a
weird.
UFC fighter apparently.
Speaking of which, I am so mad
Yeah, you said something about
I'm
that.
so mad.
Why are you
dude.
mad? What grinds your gears today,
So,
Willie?
The
Said
UFC 223. I don't know why I said it that way, but 223 is this weekend, April 7th. The headlining fight was Khabib, which is a Russian fighter. I can't say his full name because I have no idea how to fucking say it. Versus Tony Ferguson. And I was super excited for the fight. And Tony Ferguson fucking injured himself before the fight, and now he can't fight. And Max Holloway had to step in, and now I just don't even know if it's going to be fun to watch because Khabib's going to wreck that dude, mainly because he, took the fight a week before the fight.
Which never ends well.
Yeah, which never ends, well at all, but yeah, it's just, and I think I read somewhere that whoever wins gets Conor McGregor's belt.
Just gets it?
Yeah.
Just like gets it.
Yeah, because he hasn't fought in so long. I think I read that somewhere, but I'm not 100% sure. But I would be pissed if that happened too, because I wanted Khabib to win and win the interim lightweight championship or whatever from Tony Ferguson, just so he could fight Conor McGregor. Like, that's a fight that I want to see. Even though I think Conor McGregor would lose the fight, but it's a fight I want to see. Because Khabib's really good and Conor McGregor's like my favorite fighter, so. But maybe not after he's fucking throwing guardrails at buses and shit.
Do you know the UFC lightweight contender Michael Chiesa was cut up and bloodied in this scuffle?
Of him throwing the thing?
Yeah, apparently something else was thrown as well, and it went through one of the windows, and he was cut up and bloodied. And Khabib was on the bus too. There was a bunch of UFC fighters apparently.
Maybe
I don't understand how is a fucking one dude throwing shit at a bus full of fucking grown ass men who can all team up and beat the fuck out of him. Oh come on, get the fuck out of the bus and stop him yourself.
It must have just been like they were talking shit out the window to him, like they were having a scuffle.
Shit, that'd be
a little bit of a like, who the fuck, and like that shit going on, and then he just got overly pissed off because he was like drunk or something and threw something at him.
He's like, oi!
Because he's Irish, so he's automatically always drunk.
Wow.
So.
All right, switching gears here. We went from that was a weird topic change because we started off with guns.
And then went to how people fight without guns. Professionally for money.
There was a new Logic song released last week.
Well, featuring Logic.
It's basically a Logic song.
It's so good, dude.
It is.
I love it so much. Because it's like, I think it's so true. Like, I think the basis of the song is like very true.
Is it true though?
I think so.
I don't.
Maybe not for you. I just feel like...
No. It's not true for the dude who fucking sings the goddamn song.
No. Because the basis of the song is that no matter what your beliefs are, like, in the end, you still pray.
Okay.
But I understand that the dude's gay, and he's talking about religion the whole time.
I don't understand how a gay dude can be a Christian. Like, I get it. You can fool yourself into believing that, but I've seen the fucking... I've seen it too. I've seen conservative gay Christian dudes. Like, it's like, what?
Yeah, it's super weird.
How do you convince yourself in the worst way that what you're doing is like, because that's batshit to me. I've read it. It's an abomination in their opinion. So like, how you're like, yeah, I'm an abomination, but I like go to church and shit. Like, it's like, what?
Yeah.
No.
But in this song specifically, he says like,
oh yeah, I understand. It just doesn't. It's just really funny to me.
Yeah.
How he's like, pray.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you. But Logic's verse, man, I'm just like,
yeah.
Oh,
it's Sam Smith featuring Logic. It's called Pray, and it's very good. Sam Smith is a great, super talented, amazing singer.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic.
I've always loved his voice. And Logic's in the song, and he's amazing.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone say that they didn't like Sam Smith.
Yeah, no, I've never heard.
I've never heard that.
No, neither have I. But I also haven't really had that many conversations about it.
I mean, maybe friend number 2 aka Nate, he might be like, that's woman's music or something, because that's how he is. But
Yeah, I don't know what he thinks. I let him listen to the song, but I don't remember what he said. But it's really good, and give it a listen if you would. Unless you don't like good music.
like
Yes,
the calling anybody, can you hear me? I'm just like,
Like, I get it. You had a panic attack one time. Like,
holy
chill.
shit. You had a panic attack one time.
It was just Star Wars Episode 7. It's not a big deal. Oh, gosh. It's so funny. I still can't believe he made an entire album like that because he had an anxiety attack. He's like, this changed my life.
Yeah. I watched that the documentary.
Yeah, you said you were going to watch it.
Yeah, I watched it. It's pretty good. It was pretty good. It drug some tears out of my eyes.
What?
Yeah. There's a part where his dad is talking about like his addiction and stuff and how he wasn't there for
Oh, wait. Is it his dad, his brother, and him like all sitting around?
Mhm.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
But it's like they interview his dad in it, and his dad's like talking about how his addiction made him like distant from Bobby, as they kept saying, and like he starts to
Like,
cry.
Bobby.
His dad starts to cry, and then I teared up, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Was he like...
But no, he like you see him just tear up, and then he just kind of like stops talking, and you can just tell like right there his heart just like shattered, like. But then there's a part where Logic's talking, and he's talking about how far he came and shit, and then he starts crying because he's like, I haven't thought about it at
Dude
all.
never finished high school.
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
it's so crazy.
He's making millions and millions.
Seeing
and
the
millions.
way that shit panned out for him is just like, holy shit. Like, he did a thing when he was like 15 and then met this one dude who is still like with him now. Like, still like a part of his like posse.
Rat Pack.
Yeah, his Rat Pack. And then he ended up like just like out after high school, or not finishing high school or whatever. He was working a lot but still like trying to do the music stuff, and then he decided like, yo, I'm not gonna do this anymore, or I'm not gonna work anymore, I'm just gonna rap. So he moved in with his best friend, who is his producer to this day, which is like, holy shit, these people are all like day one people. And then from there they made the three like young Sinatras or whatever, and then Bobby Tarantino, and then Bobby Tarantino was the one that was like, which is just like, holy
Wait,
shit.
what? Bobby Tarantino was the one that made him big?
Like, it started getting him like a lot of attention, because they said like at first it was all just in Maryland, and it was just like, okay, and then it started getting like, sorry, it was Young Sinatra 3 that like,
Okay.
yeah, and
5 a.m. That one song.
mhm.
That's what got him big.
and they said it like started
Can't
going
change my
across
life.
the country, and then became like surreal, and now they're, multi-platinum fucking albums and shit.
Million
It's like,
dollar.
holy shit.
I mean, Logic's talented, so I mean, he deserves it.
Oh yeah, 100%. There was this really cool part where he was like snapping his fingers, and he's like, see, when I hear this, I want to go. And then he started like rapping like the way he does, like he was just like snapping, and then to like a tempo, and then he was just rapping like the quick way that he does, you know what I'm talking about, that's like super different than everyone else. And then he's like, but some other people would be like, and then he starts like rapping slower, and it's like, that was a really cool comparison. That's fucking dope.
That sounds dope.
Yeah.
What's that on? What's
Netflix. It's called Rapture, but the like rap is highlighted, and he's the first episode, and then it's like another rapper.
2
and
Chainz, right?
Well, he's the fourth episode. 2 Chainz is the fourth
That was
episode.
a joke.
Because there's
'Cause
one.
He is a joke.
There's one
that's the
rapper,
joke.
and then there's T.I., and then which is weird because he's like been a thing for a while.
Yeah, but he's great.
Yeah, he is. But and then there's 2 Chainz, and then G-Eazy, and then like 3
Jeezy's
producers.
a rapper?
But and then there's like 3 like producers, and then this guy named Boogie with a Hoodie.
Boogie with a hoodie.
Yeah, it's really fun to say his name. I love
That's
it.
awesome.
Boogie with a Hoodie. I'm pretty sure he's a mumble rapper though. So
That's okay. Mumble
Yeah.
rappers are people too.
I watched G-Eazy's episode too, which wasn't that bad. It's just like
He just sounded like he needed to like a throat lodging.
for him, it
lozenge.
kind of just was like he did it long enough. Like he just never gave up, and then finally it was like you're mid-30s now. Here you go.
He's mid-30s.
Here's some success. Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought he was like late 20s.
Same.
I mean it.
I'm
That's
pretty sure he's
amazing.
like, because I remember when they said, he's like, yeah, I started this in 2004 at this age. And I was like, and when they said his age, I was like, what? It's like, what the
He's
fuck?
at 23.
Yeah, like it was something weird, and I was like, weird. But yeah, for him, it just sounded like he just did it long enough to
Make it.
finally make a hit and get fucking.
Well, yeah, I mean that's kind of what you gotta do
Yeah.
because I mean unless you start off really good, usually you don't start good. You just get better as time goes on.
That's
When you
true.
do it. So at least that's what I've noticed. My years.
And I mean,
years
it's hard to make a fucking hit, especially one like he made, fucking Me, Myself, and I. That's the one that like
I mean
blew
it.
up.
I mean it was the one that blew up. That's when he got big. Can't change my mind. I
Okay.
heard that song everywhere. Every gym on the fucking face of the earth was playing that shit. Just know I mean it. All the time. I'm not kidding. Me, Myself, and I was what got him into like on the radio and shit.
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
I
like,
mean it was on the radio. I heard it on the radio before Me, Myself, and I came out a few times.
weird. I heard I Mean It before I heard Me, Myself, and I too.
But, that's
But
not
he
the
said-
song that you were like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
that's the song
exactly.
you play and you're just like, just know I mean it.
Exactly. But they said like on the documentary that his first multi-platinum single was Me, Myself, and I, which makes sense.
Yeah, it
so.
does. It's a great song. I don't like
Mhm.
Jeezy, but that song's fantastic.
Mhm. And
Um,
there's this really cool story that he told, which is like for his new album and it's shit. And
Back.
he said like he was at his studio, which is at his house, which is cool.
every rapper ever. But go ahead.
Yeah, but he said like there was a girl that was like, and she said something that like sort of rhymed, and then he used it as a hook in his song, and it's like one of his biggest songs from his album. It's like, what the fuck? Just like so random.
That's a pretty interesting story.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that Logic's getting big, and Logic may not be the best rapper to ever live, although he's great. He is really good. But he is not a mumble rapper, and he's big, which is fantastic.
Gives me hope.
It really does. So-
Because, you know, like sometimes I start to think like maybe, you know, the era of heartfelt rap is, you know,
Meaningful,
gone. But it's
lyrical.
but like with Logic coming up, it seems like maybe, you know, it's not going away and will
Although-
come back around.
Bobby Tarantino too didn't really get in good with that lyric stuff. Mostly.
That's true.
Not as much as other shit, but it's still good. But with Prey,
Yeah. But there's just not a lot of lyrical rappers anymore, and it makes me sad.
not a lot of big lyrical rappers.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
There's like a million times like ones that you don't know, like Thurl on SoundCloud.
It's very true.
But other than Eminem, who do you want them to make one of those documentaries about? In that specific format,
Out of all of them,
out of any rapper besides Eminem.
well, already knowing stuff about Eminem, it's still kind of like,
You'd still probably choose
well, yeah.
Eminem. You're like, well, I mean,
Well, yeah, a million times over.
Well,
More
you
more
get all
Eminem
that.
shit is better than nothing. But I don't know. That's a good question. Cause Logic was one that I really wanted to see something like that for, and they gave him one. and
NF,
then
Whit Lowry, Watsky.
NF would be cool. That would
That
be
would be really cool.
that would be really cool. Judging by his past and shit. But
The Christian rapper.
God damn it. God damn it.
No, literally, god damn.
Watsky's would be interesting, because it'd be like, yeah, that'd be interesting, because it'd be going from like how he was a poet first, and then
Yeah, but we've already read his book and
yeah,
like all
we've
that,
already
so we
got a
know
bunch
lot
of shit
about
from him.
Watsky. Although I would kill to see that.
Yeah, that'd
Still.
be dope.
I think NF would be my choice.
Yeah, NF would be cool to see. Something
What
like
about Wee Wowie?
Wait, Lowry?
Wee Wowie.
Yeah, I'd want to. Yeah, I'd definitely choose him to be one too, because the way he started is like just weird. It's different. Because he used to be he went to college and stuff and was a digital designer for the WWE.
Oh yeah, you told me
Yeah,
that.
that's so weird. That's such like a weird place to come from, and then
That
be
is
like,
weird.
and then he worked at a movie theater, and then became a rapper. It's like just a weird pile of things that happened for him.
Yeah.
But he was like only like a freelance person for WWE. But
I think most of the WWE guys are freelance.
yeah, it's still just like weird. There was another one that I just thought of, like when I said that. I don't know.
What other rapper are you listening to? Right now. No. That's not it.
I think Hobson would be cool.
Definitely. I
Yeah.
would be interested to learn more about his early life. Because he's, Hobson.
Yeah, he doesn't talk about it.
Especially now, like with what's going on with his kid.
Oh yeah, the
And
Australia
then,
shit.
and then the fucking Funk Volume breakup. Dude, that'd be sick.
That
to
would be
watch
dope.
That'd
That'd
be
be
a super
sweet.
juicy fucking documentary.
Yeah, just a lot of shit happened to him
Especially recently.
so far. Yeah, and the whole Eazy-E's wife and shit. That shit.
Yeah, that's where he started with that.
Yeah. Damn.
That
There's a lot
would
of
be-
interesting stories out there.
Yeah, there's at least 3. So switching gears again. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get my Snapchat earlier when I sent you one that was about it was Thor from the Infinity War with his
Oh
axe?
yeah.
I was like, they're not even fucking trying to hide it now.
Well, cause all the memorabilia and stuff came out, and they literally have like, it's like Storm, whatever it's called, Stormbreaker. That's what it's called.
What?
Yeah,
What?
I think that's what it's called.
What?
Yeah,
Stormbreaker is the name of what Beta Ray Bill has, of his hammer.
yeah. I'm pretty sure they're calling it Stormbreaker. That's what it's called.
Fuckers.
And
They keep teasing Beta Ray Bill in front of me, and I just want to fucking snatch it up.
and like, so there's like, they literally have like a toy of it. So I think that's why they're like, yeah, he has it. But even what Charlie from Emergency Awesome keeps pointing out is in the trailer he's like holding something up, but they edit it out of his hand, like for Infinity
Oh,
War.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, there's like a thing where he's like in that place where he's holding
Yeah.
it, and he's like, he raises his hand and lightning
Switch
comes down.
flipping, please. I thought he was just because he does that in Ragnarok.
He's like clenching his fist though, like this, and there's like nothing in his hand. It's so weird. Like if you look at it, it's like super weird.
I don't know.
Cause at first I thought, I was like, dude, no, you're just looking into it too
They'd
much.
probably just
And
not
then-
do that. Not take the effort to put that into the trailer because that was good enough.
Yeah, but I mean
I'll have to look at it, but
they did that for Thor Ragnarok, which is makes me think they would do something like that for
What do
this
you mean?
too. Like they got rid of his eye patch in the trailer.
yeah, that's true. But the
Um,
makes me think that would, like, because the one that I sent you,
Mhm.
the toy, had like a wood handle, and like the wood was like formed around whatever
Yeah.
metal it was. Makes me think of Groot.
I mean, Groot's with him when he
Exactly.
makes it, so
That's what I was thinking. Maybe he like gives him some wood.
that'd be
Hey.
sweet. Hey, that'd be sweet. Another thing
Another.
that they've like, all the merchandising and shit is not hiding, but the trailers and shit are Spider-Man's fucking legs. Have you seen any of that?
Nope.
So like, they came out with like this super low quality toy that had like the Iron Spider legs that plug into his back, and it was like everyone was like, oh, it's gonna be in the movie, but still was kind of like, it might not because this is a fucking low budget toy.
Mm-hmm.
But then like, I've been seeing like Hot Toys and stuff releasing shit where they have the legs on like their shit, but it's not like the Spider-Man. It's not like their Spider-Man toy. It's like they do these things called like Cost Babies. It's like this big.
Okay.
And they have the legs, and I'm like,
is it the suit he wears in Infinity War?
mm-hmm.
Then it's probably gonna be Infinity War.
No, that's what I assume.
No.
I assume he's gonna have the legs in Infinity War, but it's like they're slightly hiding it, but then they're not, like at the same time, which is like, what the fuck?
It's just like, come on.
Yeah, it's just like
I
please.
get the merchandising and everything, but just wait, just fucking wait.
Yeah.
Like I would love to be surprised.
Yeah, which they haven't showed it in a trailer or anything yet, which is cool. But
I read this thing earlier. It was a meme, and it was like, simple solution to Infinity War: Ant-Man shrinks the Infinity Gauntlet.
mm-hmm.
Then Thanos can't put it on. There you go. And I was like, that's actually really funny.
That is. I didn't think about that. But that's funny.
you're like, wow.
That's really funny.
Or you could hide the Infinity Gems really fucking easily and just shrink them and throw them. Like put them through like a jet. Just like.
It's so true. Or you could just shrink it into that fucking weird fucking dimension that he went into. I forget what they called it.
Who? Oh,
Ant-Man.
you mean like just forever?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How did he get out of that in the movie?
They had like the prototype thing that made him bigger. Or no, he reversed it. Like he figured out how to reverse it by himself. Because he's supposed to be a fucking idiot, but he's not. So.
Oh, is it calculation thing or something?
Cause like, do you remember how they would have like the toy, and then they would throw it, and he'd throw like the little disc at it, and it'd get bigger. He just put that little disc in his belt, and then he like
Oh,
went
that's
back.
right.
Yeah. And then they figured out to I assume that's how they figured out to make him Giant Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which they've been keeping him out of Infinity War stuff too, which is like
That's probably because when does Ant-Man 2 come out?
like literally like a month after. Like a month or two after Infinity War.
Why does it come out after Infinity War? Isn't it set before Infinity War?
Like,
I'm pretty sure it's set
there
like, right
are-
after Civil War, right?
there are theories that it's after Civil War, but then there's also theories that it's after Infinity War, which is like, how are you gonna put it in between two Infinity War movies, which is like weird, but I think it's after Civil War, and
That's what the trailer looked like.
yeah, and then it'll just show like, because it's not gonna be connected, that like it's gonna be like loosely connected, really. It's gonna be like saying what he did in between that time, I guess. In between the time of Civil War and Infinity War. And then I assume that they'll have a after credits that will lead to either Captain Marvel or Infinity War 2.
Huh.
Or whatever they're going to call it.
Yeah.
What they're going to call it.
Interesting.
But it like, I know that that's a good reason why they've been keeping him out of the marketing for it, but it's still just kind of like, it makes me feel like he's not going to have a big part in the movie, which
It's
is
probably
like,
not. I mean, all people considered it's supposed to be more about the original Avengers.
that's true. Along with, Spider-Man and Black Panther, but
Yeah, but this one's like it's supposed to be their last shit.
mm-hmm.
Do you actually think they're not going to be in any other movies after this? Or?
Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth both have said that they're done. Chris Evans said he hasn't re-signed,
Haven't they said that before?
but yes. But Chris Evans never said that. Like, somebody asked him about it because of the speculation about him dying in Civil War.
That's right.
And he said, like, no, I still have a few movies. That's, like, what he said. And then Chris
And it's
Hemsworth.
been,
The only other person I know that has said that they were going to leave and didn't is Robert Downey Jr. But I'm almost, like, certain that he's done after this one. But everyone's like, no, he's Iron Man. He'll stay. Yeah, they'll just pay him more money. Yeah. I'm like, no, I think
It's a lot of head bobbing.
I think they're just gonna kill off Iron Man in Infinity War 2 or whatever, but
I would just love it if they killed off everyone in this movie.
that's what I want.
And then Infinity War 2, they're just like, bring him back because we have the Infinity Gauntlet. There you go.
Literally, what I want is
the
like,
Dragon Balls.
you remember in Age of Ultron when everyone's fucking dead as shit,
Yeah.
and it's just Tony Stark. I want that, and then Tony Stark figures out a way to bring them all back.
That'd be dope.
Yeah, like that'd be cool as shit. And then like some of them actually die in part 2. because, I mean, if they're gonna get rid of Thor and Captain America, I feel like they kind of have to just kind of die. Like,
Yeah, it'd be super weird without them.
yeah,
Like the movies would just be weird.
yeah. And there's been a lot of talk about who's gonna lead the Avengers after those people are gone.
I think that's pretty obvious.
Who do you think?
you're like, wait, is it obvious?
Who do you think is obvious for it?
I say either Bucky or Black Panther.
I say Bucky definitely, definitely up there for the pick.
I
on
only say that because
But-
if Cap dies, then obviously he's the one who takes over.
that. Unless they do a weird Falcon
Oh
thing.
God,
Yeah,
that would be a mistake.
yeah,
He's
I know.
technically on the original Avengers, isn't he?
Yep.
No, he's not.
Oh yeah, he didn't come.
Not the first Avengers. Movie.
Yeah, but I think either Bucky or Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is up there, but I think Black Panther is a better option than Bucky
Mm.
because of how fucked up Bucky is. Even
Yeah.
if he becomes Captain America,
Well-
doesn't mean he leads the team. You know?
Yeah. Well, I thought Black Panther too, but a good point was brought up in an Emergency Awesome video, which
He's got his own nation.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's like
I
a
was just thinking.
very certain thing. Like he's got his own. He's a king of a nation, and it's
Yeah.
like, you know.
So yeah, Doctor Strange would be my pick. It's
Yeah.
a good point.
I'd say, you know, Spider-Man's gonna lead him eventually, but not when he's fucking 17 years old. So.
He's 17 and a half. I still haven't
Look.
seen Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Gosh dang it, dude. I don't think you're missing out that much. I mean, it was a good movie. There's one really good part that I think is the best Spider-Man scene in any movie.
Better than the train?
Yes.
Oh shit! I gotta watch that movie.
The train is like fantastic, but this is like, it just shows his character development like insanely well. And I just love it. And but it's like just watching the like an extended version of the trailer. That's kind of all it is.
A
like-
super extended version.
Yeah, like, cause they showed a lot in the trailers, like marketing it. I don't know why they marketed it so much because it's Spider-Man. A lot of people are gonna go see Spider-Man, but I kind of
I
feel
haven't
like
seen it.
people are like, it's the third reboot,
Yeah.
you know, whatever. But yeah, it's just like watching an extended version. Like, Iron Man gets pissed at him, and then he becomes better and beats Vulture and proves Iron Man wrong. Like,
What?
it's just like the whole reason of the movie, and it's completely separate from anything in the rest of the MCU other than Iron Man being there. And maybe some slight things that I don't think they're ever going to get into, which upsets me.
Like, you don't want to talk about it?
What?
That'll spoil it for me.
I don't think it'll spoil it for you because I don't think they're ever going to do anything with it again.
Go for it.
So, like, Happy Hogan, he was on the phone with Peter, and they were moving the Avengers from the Avengers Tower to wherever they were at, and like to the new Avengers headquarters.
The 30th one.
Yeah, and he said like, Captain America's shield or new shield or something like that, and then he said Thor's magic belt, which I was like, if he gets a fucking magic belt, like that'd be so dope.
You know what
But,
that
like,
is, right?
Yeah, after I looked into that.
I read it when I was a kid.
Yeah, I didn't, but
They were weird comics.
mm-hmm,
I loved the Thor comics,
mm-hmm.
but they were weird because the fucking hammer, cane, 60-second rule. Always like as a kid, I was like, that's fucking dumb. But it gave him a crutch, literally.
But yeah, it makes me feel like they're never gonna touch on that
No, I imagine
shit
they
again.
wouldn't. I think that's just an Easter egg.
Yeah, just like Easter egg
I don't know about the
shit.
shield though. That's a little weird.
I mean, Captain America does have a new shield, so
Yeah,
it's
but
like
that has nothing to do with those people, the Avengers people. They didn't fucking make
That's
any
true.
shield. That's a fucking Black Panther Wakanda thing.
that's true.
Very obviously.
I don't know. We'll see what happens in Infinity War 2. They can't. What's mind-boggling me about
I can't.
about Avengers 4 is they said that they can't put out the title until after Infinity War because it's a spoiler. Like, the title of the movie is a spoiler. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's just like, what the fuck is his name gonna... What is it gonna be? Like, what the...
I have an idea.
The only thing I could think of is, like, Avengers, the death of blank. Like, it's just, like, very obviously a spoiler.
What is it called after Civil War? The comics?
I don't know.
Walk. Hey. But yeah, it's a cool thing. Spyro Remastered is the thing.
Oh, that's why you wanted to talk about that. I said that's why you want to talk about that. I didn't know they were remastering Spyro.
Oh, you didn't see that?
No.
Well, shit.
The only game I've seen anything about in the past like week is Spider-Man.
I don't ever see anything about that game. Except for the first launch
It
trailer.
like just happened yesterday. They released like a new thing for it.
Hmm.
And said when it's coming out.
When?
September, like 7th or something like that.
Wow, that's sooner than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Stop. I was thinking they could call it whatever they call. What do they call him when Crossbones at the end of Civil War when Crossbones kills Cap?
Isn't it just Death of Captain America?
I thought it wasn't. I thought it was something else.
Because I kind of feel like it's going to be called like...
They wouldn't call it the death of something. It just doesn't make much sense.
I know. Like the death of a specific character. Like that wouldn't make sense.
Even the death of the Avengers. Well, that happened in the last movie, so why are we talking about it now?
That's true. But,
Like if that were to happen, obviously.
I don't know what they could call it. Because... I don't know. It's weird. It's definitely weird that they're like, it's a spoiler. I'm like, how can a title of a movie be a spoiler?
Yeah. I guess it just must be like a little disconnected spoiler, right? I don't know.
We'll see, I guess. It'll probably be like some big cliffhanger at the end of the movie that leads into the next one that will be the title of the movie.
Yeah.
And then like the after credit scene, it'll be like Avengers 4, like whatever.
You will see every character here again in Never.
Like at the end of all the scrolls where it says like blank will return, and it's like the Avengers will return and Avengers 4.
So wait, are they doing Avengers? Are all the Avengers supposed to be in Avengers 4? Or are they dying in this fucking movie?
I don't know, cause there's been shit that says that they're all in it, like all the actors are in it, cause they're all doing reshoots and shit, and everyone's like, oh, they can't be dead, like they can't die in Avengers 3.
Reshoots? They haven't done
They're doing reshoots like now for Avengers 4.
the thing that's coming in like 2020 or something?
No, next year. They're only a year apart.
Oh.
Yeah. So, but, and that's made people be like, oh, they can't die because they're in Avengers 4.
I mean, it could be flashbacks.
But they go back in time in the movie. Like, I've seen set photos. They go back in time to the Avengers, like, the Avengers 1 fight, like, battle with Loki. They go back in time to that. So,
What?
yeah. So, I'm thinking...
What if they go back in time and see Captain Marvel?
They could. I mean, she's supposed to... I think she's supposed to be in Avengers 4.
Yeah, I think they've said that.
Yeah, I think they've confirmed that. So that might be how she gets it. But then another thing that said that could bring her in is Thanos uses one of the stones to go through like some dimension. Like, you know how he went through that portal in the trailer?
That
And
just
that's
looks like Doctor Strange's portal.
No.
So, well, it looked like it to me. The 4 times I've seen it.
It's like kind of smoke. It's like smoky. It's like weird.
I just figured the area around him was like destroyed.
Yeah,
And it just looked like ringer thinger.
that makes sense. But they said like there's a theory that he goes through dimensions, and Captain Marvel has something to do with dimensions. I know nothing about Captain Marvel. So.
I know very little.
And so she has something to do with like some certain dimension, and they think that he might go through that, and that like triggers her to come back or whatever, come back to Earth or whatever.
Earth.
Yeah, but yeah. But I think it's just like they go back in time. So even if they like say like Chris Evans is in Avengers 4, it could be just because they go back in time to that time.
Well, we'll see if he
You
fucking
know?
dies in this movie.
That's true.
Because if he dies and they say
He's
he'll
always
be
like
in
the
it.
one that I think is gonna die. Every
Yeah.
time they're like, but they said like for sure people are dying in this one. So I'm
They
like,
definitely said that.
yeah. So I'm
And
like,
I'm hoping it's B characters, not any of the main characters.
I just know it's not gonna be Iron Man. Like,
You know that? for a
I'm
fact?
pretty sure because
How are they gonna kill Hulk? How you do that?
I just want the Hulk to die.
Yeah, same.
I
I'm
don't
just
like
saying,
Mark
how are they
Ruffalo.
gonna? I'm not gonna. I would rather have Mark Ruffalo as a shitty Hulk than have them say, "Oh yeah, he got killed."
Well, I
He
mean
died from
Thanos
some
with
dumb
the
thing.
Infinity Gauntlet could just
Yeah, make him like not exist. That
Yeah.
would be fine. But if he was just like, and then Hulk was like, "Oh no, I'm dead." If any other way,
I think
than
it's
what we
got to
just
be
said.
like super hardcore, like, because I think that they know that if they just kill the Hulk like it's nothing, it's gonna be like the fuck.
I mean, they've
like-
done dumb shit before.
That's true, but I don't think
That's why I'm just saying. I'd rather have a shitty Hulk than no Hulk for a shitty reason.
that's true.
I mean, they could make it as simple as him snapping his fingers and making Hulk disappear. Like that'd be fine. As long as he's got the Infinity Gauntlet on or whatever the fuck, it's fine.
Mhm.
But if they have him like fist to fist and somehow Thanos like kills him,
Mhm.
stop.
And it's like a thing that Bruce Banner is gonna be in the Hulkbuster and shit.
That is a fact because I didn't think so. Because I saw that one of the parts of the trailer they showed Hulk, and then I think that James Rhodes is just gonna be in the Hulkbuster suit.
That would make sense. His War Machine suit.
That's
I'm
what
looking
that
drunk.
suit looks like an underskeleton for the Hulkbuster suit.
It looks so sweet.
It does look cool, but I'm like that literally just belongs in the Hulkbuster
That's
suit.
true. But
That's why I think that's my main theory.
reason why I think it's gonna be Bruce Banner is because all those like whatever kind of fucking troops that Thanos has, they like destroy the Hulkbuster. And then I think that's like the time. Like I think they're gonna play the whole movie like the Hulk is not coming back, because if he does,
I thought they showed the Hulk in one of the things.
they did.
Okay.
They did. So like Hulk is definitely in the movie, but like I think they're gonna play like most of the movie like the Hulk isn't gonna.
Because you might not get control back.
Yeah, because you might not be able to turn back, and then like he's gonna be in the Hulkbuster suit. It's gonna get torn down, and he's gonna have no other choice but to become the Hulk.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that's a thing. And then those Cost Baby things that I was talking about
Mm-hmm.
for Hot Toys, there's one where it's the Hulkbuster and fucking Bruce Banner's in it.
Oh yeah, there's
So-
probably.
So there's that. And then they haven't showed like War Machine in the trailers. He's in all the like promo pics, but
Mhm.
like not in the
It
trailer.
looks fucking dope.
He does look dope.
All right, on the War Machine note, I think it's time to end tonight.
Yes, because we are at 108.
108.
108.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the flip side. Hope
Yep.
you at least enjoyed a snippet of this broadcast.
Yes, at least 6 minutes of it.
At
'Cause-
least
so
the first 6 minutes of it.
yeah. So leave a comment if you made it this far. And
Yeah, safe from no, just
like, subscribe, support us
share it.
if you
And the
know us.
best way you can possibly support us is to share it with some people. Get more people to know about it, and then we'll handle the rest.
Yes. And like if you're driving, if you think you don't have time to listen to a podcast, I know you fuckers drive to work. I know you walk to class. I know you go on your runs. You can listen to a podcast in that time.
Are you spying on these people?
Yes. Fuck these
yeah,
people.
you're right. I mean, if you've listened to this entire podcast, you probably listen to podcasts. But
That's true.
like I said, best way you can support us is to just listen to Thurl on SoundCloud and share the shit out of our shit.
Yes.
And even if you didn't like this episode, share another episode that you like. Whatever it is. Just,
There it is. And check out our other videos if you're a first-time comer, which I doubt you are.
Yeah. All right, so we're out of here.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Love you.